Hey there guys, here with Bo. Thank you for tuning in to another video, and today I'm just going to read and respond to comments. For those of you who've been around for a while now, I did one of these episodes quite a while ago. I just randomly read through some of the comments on my videos and just had the chance to respond to them. And I think it's good because sometimes I can explain the context around some of these comments. I can explain the rationale around what I might have been thinking in the video when I said certain things. And anyway, I just think it makes for some different and more interesting content, and maybe you guys can get to know me a little bit better. So we're just going to get straight into that. Not even going to get into an intro today. Let's just start straight away. First one here. Got one here from Crypto Kobe about FUD on the Justin Sun video. So he says here, it was all FUD because Justin Sun live streamed from San Francisco. Apparently it started from a Reddit post. So Justin is not detained in China and it was all lies. It was very cleverly done. Blah, blah, blah. It's all about Justin Sun. Look, here's the thing. As a content creator, it doesn't matter if you're in crypto or any industry, you can skirt controversial topics and essentially always have a happy audience, or sometimes you can delve into more controversial topics and risk having a video that a bunch of people don't like. The more I do this, the more comfortable I'm getting covering controversial topics and just giving my opinion. I don't know whether people like them. I don't know whether people hate them. Obviously, in this video, it stirred up a lot of emotions because people are financially and emotionally invested into this project, which I can appreciate. But you know, at the end of the day, I think as a content creator, it's kind of you if you skirt around the controversial topics a lot, you're not being yourself. You're not covering your honest opinion. And even though some people may not like some of the content, when you do things like that, I'm glad I'm doing it. And you know what I mean? I wish I could make everyone happy all the time, but that's never going to be the case. And the more I do these controversial topics and just give you my honest opinion, even if I'm wrong, and I admit sometimes if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I can admit that. At least you're seeing a side of me that is willing to tell you how I feel about something. So yeah, that's just some comments on that one here. Another one here, way too much FUD just lost me as a viewer. I only hear drama, but not all the other good things Tron TRX is doing or accomplished. Fair enough, man. If you don't like the content, that's completely fair enough. There's a lot of other channels out there. I wish you'd stick around, but I'm not going to sit here and try and convince you to stay if you don't like the video. I will say in my defense, I did say after covering this issue with Justin that Tron may have good technology. I know it's being used, and maybe it's a really good project in terms of the technology and the blockchain, the architecture, and the decentralized applications, separate from Justin. I did say that, and I do get you about it being drama. And this channel is not going to become a drama channel. Don't worry, I'm not a person that is filled with drama. I don't want to cover drama all the time, but I did cover this because I felt like it was noteworthy. It's noteworthy from a higher level when you're looking at any government doing something in the crypto space. I think it's important to cover that, even if it might be negative news. And I would even cover it if it was negative news about one of the projects I like. I would do that. Next person here. Why do idiots have to report and show their face like they are important? Get a job, loser. Fair enough. He's probably talking about how I show my face just like I'm doing now. It's definitely not because I feel like I'm important. The reason I do it is so I can articulate something I'm saying more, and the viewers can see my body language when I'm doing it. That's how the limbic part of the brain works. When you are talking about something you are passionate about or have an honest opinion about, your body does certain things that is driven by the limbic part of the brain, and the other person watching you, in addition to listening to you, will get certain reads from you. So I do that to accentuate or further articulate things that I'm saying to the audience. That's why I do it. It's definitely not because I like looking at myself. It's quite the opposite, actually. Down from Mark, agreed, Bo, something just not right with this project. Another point, to have an announcement on your announcement makes me question as well. Like I said when I did this Tron episode, and I think it's important to communicate, is despite what the leader might be doing, the project and the technology may still be really good. And if there's issues with the leader, the way companies work is they will get a new one in. Maybe there is an issue. Certainly the flags are pointing to that, but that's not to discount the project. That's why I said that in that episode. But I can understand that people are passionate about stuff, man. It's just, it is what it is. One here from Daniel. I appreciate you. Thank you, Daniel, man. I appreciate you saying that. I always appreciate people leaving comments. One here from Johnny talking about exactly what happens with a kidney stone. Yeah, it doesn't sound good at all. At all. Another one here saying, giving you a bit more information. Yeah, fair enough. Like I said, I wasn't a doctor and I didn't go and look into it. That's why I wanted to have that disclaimer at the start. I just wanted to be honest with people. You are certainly no doctor. Yeah, you're absolutely right. No, I'm definitely not. I would dare never pretend to be one. One here from the Kryptonite. I always love all your videos, but in my opinion, too much general chat at the beginning. Yep, agreed, Kryptonite. We both agreed to that. I prefer it when you just keep the crypto-related chat, but keep the videos coming. Fair enough, guys. I understand that. We're crypto-related channels. People are tuning in and spending their valuable time. I guess from me and Adam's perspective is we kind of think that maybe some people dislike a bit of the different chat, which is kind of what this video is about, to get to know us a little bit better. But I can understand that, man. I know everyone's time is really valuable, and I don't want to waste people's time. Okay, moving on. When are you making a video about Holochain? I have no intention of making a video about Holochain. Sorry. One here from Whitehorse. I like Tron. I think I'll buy more while it's underappreciated. No joke. Take a closer look before spouting off too much about lack of substance. I'm not quite sure what it means there, but I appreciate Crypto Kobe said some really nice things and kind of came to my defense a little bit, which I appreciate. To Whitehorse, you know, I was honest, man. I said up front that it looked like there were some red flags with Justin. I said that I didn't know a lot about the technology, and the technology may still be really good. So I totally appreciate that, man, and I'll always be honest when talking about things that I'm just not hugely knowledgeable about. Okay, here definitely something suspicious. Okay, it's just Tron related. Great Vibo, thank you, man. Justin looks happy and healthy in this pic. Yeah, I would agree. Once tons of money starts flowing in, S coins will become visible and get weeded out. I think this is important to talk about this, about what is going to happen with altcoins as the future goes on. So, like, all we have at the moment is past data. All we have is past data and what things have happened in the past, and all we can do is try and use them the best we can to see what is going to happen in the future. The thing I like to look at the most is correlations between Bitcoin and altcoins, because Bitcoin is really the coin that carries the entire market. Also, why I talk about Bitcoin quite a lot, but I'm subtly conveying the message as to what is going to happen in the entire crypto market by talking about Bitcoin. And that's because Bitcoin is highly correlated to everything else. So if Bitcoin dies, you better believe it, most of the market probably will. I mean, that's not to say for certain. There's always multiple scenarios that can happen, but it's really imperative for Bitcoin to succeed long term, I believe, for the rest of altcoins, for the rest of the altcoins to survive long term. That's just my opinion after a couple of years in this, but you know, I could be wrong. One here from Adam. This is deep. I think we'll find out more about what's happening behind the scenes as time goes on. I agree, Adam. Someone said we love the sun. While you were a gatekeeper on free speech, good to know. I just subbed. I'm not quite sure if that person was having a dig or not having a dig, but either way, no worries. Trying to blah blah blah. Another one here. Hey Bo, check out TKY for a potential coin pick. Maybe the most ambitious project with real world value in China yet. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Stephen. I will put that on the radar for the episode, for the next episode with myself and Adam. Someone here, Craig CSW is way ahead of you. Look up his presentations and you'll see this is already thought of by him. And I think he has patents for this also. This is the very thing original Bitcoin was designed to be able to do, and where Bitcoin went into dead. Yeah, you know, I hear a lot of the same arguments from BSV guys. Fair enough, man. If you guys like your coin, stick to it. No worries. That's all good. You don't have to try and convince me. In fact, you probably won't convince me, but that's okay. You can keep trying. Next one here. Logistics and blockchain problem. The problem will always be the tenuous tie between the digital and physical domains, unless somehow the key can be encoded into the actual physical item. Yeah, well, that's what we thought. Or maybe the key could be actually printed somehow on the receipt. I don't know. There's lots of potential ways. You're right, though. The physical world is most definitely one of the drawbacks with a blockchain logistics system. And the problem you're going to have is with system complexity going up, cost goes up too. And things can start to become quickly infeasible. The technology can be amazing, but if it costs too much, it's not going to be implemented. Got bags full of Pundy X, just accumulated Neo. Cool, yes, I've announced, blah, blah, blah. It's biblical. Oh, guys, by the way, I should say, I check these comments probably maybe once a week, twice a week, and there's so much scammers on my channel constantly saying this person was successful in trading or whatever, and posting either a WhatsApp number or a Telegram. Please don't. I know 99% of you wouldn't be, but they're scammers every time. And what I do is I do this thing on YouTube. You can do a permanent, you can hide that user. It's the only time I ever use it, is I just hide those users forever on my channel. So I just want to say, be careful when there's people sprouting that they know someone being successful in trading and are trying to get you to go and follow them or contact them. Please don't. It's a scammer every single time. Nice episode, mate. Been covering the Indian scene. Exciting area. It's a high risk area. I think it's a really high risk area. One here from Benjamin. Thanks, Bo. Like how you keep the emotions out of it. Thank you, Benjamin. I do try. I do try. It's an ongoing journey. But I'm generally always happy to criticize even things that I like or that I'm into. I mean, you got to stay logical in life, hey. What happened to most of the tokens price after IEO? Lower or higher the ICO price, or a huge dump? I don't actually know, but typically what I've seen from a couple of IEOs is that the price generally has come down, and I just think it's because we're still not in a red hot market like we were towards the end of the end of 2017. Now, whether that will happen with altcoins again or not, I mean, is open for discussion. It's open for debate. We just don't know. This market changes all the time. So we're just going to have to wait and see what happens. Next one here, is that downtown Sydney in your intro? No, man, that's just a render of a futuristic city. I liked it. I thought it was cool, and I'm like an 80s kid, so I have that nostalgia towards that retro vibe. That's why I did it, but that was just like a stock. You can get these if you go to renderforest.com. You can get these stock intros and outros. You can just change the color and the music and then overlay your own logo on it. It's really cool, so it'll look super professional, but they're pretty cheap. I think that was like $60, but no, I definitely don't think it's downtown Sydney. One here, US Democrats are socialists, and socialists hate what they can't have direct control over in redistribution of individual assets. Yeah, I would agree with that. One here, Kevin McCarthy will be a force for good once he understands how Bitcoin works. It's funny, Sean, it did seem like he had a really good knowledge of Bitcoin, actually. And he's getting a lot of, he's been promoted by Trump a lot lately too, which is good, because if he's into Bitcoin, he's being promoted by Trump. That's a good thing for Bitcoin. I think it'd be great ally to crypto, but any opposition to crypto Bitcoin by Republicans is a plus to the asset as a whole. And you might be right. You could be right. Okay, one here from Paul Boger. Repeat after me, but XRP is a standard. No, I will definitely not repeat that. I read your comment. That was not repeating what you wanted me to say. I was just reading out your comment. Okay. No surprise that would be Democrat making the move. Trump wrestled Cabal's control over the Republicans. But there's no one right now to do the same for the Democrats. You know what, guys? I'm going to branch off a little bit here. I'm just going to say you should definitely start following QAnon if you're not already. This is unrelated to crypto, but if you haven't started following QAnon, highly recommend you do. Hashtag QAnon. Go to qmap.pub. Be aware, some pretty heavy stuff on there, but you should definitely be following QAnon. Incredible stuff. Okay, the only way to stop crypto is to turn off the internet, and if that happens, Trump's day of tweeting is over. He won't allow that. You are right. You are absolutely right. Crypto is here to stay. It will always stay. But one thing we have to understand is they can make it difficult for innovation and this market to grow over time by limiting the amount of fiat capital that comes into it. So you think about it here, right? What they can do is by applying various KYC and anti-money laundering laws and making it kind of like over-regulating it, you're choking capital from coming in an industry. You start choking capital, businesses are not making as much money. There's going to be less innovation and there's going to be less growth. So that is one way they could do it. I certainly hope they don't. And, I don't know. It's uncertain. We just have to keep watching it every day. But that's one way they can make it more difficult. They can never fully kill it, but they can make it more difficult for the entire industry to keep going. We just have to wait and see. One here, your content isn't inconsistent. I don't understand. I'm way you apologize. Well, I'm just want to be honest and keep people in the loop, I'm just as much invested in this channel, I guess, as anyone that comes on and watches it. This has been a huge part of my life for the past, 2 years now. And it's been a huge journey, there's been massive changes and, I launched this brand and I wanted this brand to become something bigger and it didn't happen. And I had to deal with that. And, I had my own office for a while. I'm back home now. I've been meaning to do an episode on that just to show everyone, tell everyone that, I'm back home now and there's been a lot of changes, but it's been an incredible journey. And I've always really valued the people on this channel that have followed me and that have supported me and that have come on this ride with me, because if it wasn't for you guys, this would have never happened. And this has been a life-changing experience for me for a number of reasons. And, you know, one is I always wanted to work for myself, and I've had the opportunity to do that now for 2 years. I always wanted to travel, and, you know, I had visions of myself speaking at conferences years and years ago, and then that happened, which is still, I mean, I still pinch myself that happened at all. Truly amazing. And, you know, I wanted to work with startups, and I got the opportunity to do that too through my management consultancy. So, you know, I feel like I owe the audience a lot. And I'm, you know, the kind of guy that wears my heart on my sleeve. You know, and I care about people. I want people to succeed and do well. So that's why I feel the need to do that. And I always will, because that's me. That's just me. So, have you ever ridden a bike in the sand? That's Bitcoin and blockchain. Blockchain will kill Bitcoin eventually because it can't keep up. So guys, look, that's probably it for today's episode. I just thought I'd do that. We've got a couple of good videos coming up. We've got a really good one on Satoshi coming up in a couple of days. Really fascinating articles come out. Another person has come forward as a potential Satoshi, so I can't wait to do that. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, likes always appreciated. Appreciate you guys always and your time spent watching these videos. My name is Bo, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Cheers. If you enjoyed the video today, then please consider leaving a like. And if you haven't subscribed yet, then come on board and also click the notification icon so you're always kept up to date. Leave a comment and tell me your thoughts on today's content. Then check out this next interesting video picked just for you.